Anyway, let's get down to business here, chat. Let's do it. Cameron just brought up, for those who missed it again, in player training, maybe wanting to be a little bit more hands-on with this. So you know what? I'm willing to do that. We can go through and set up certain players as we want to set them up, at least if they're young enough. Which, fun fact, obviously, most of most of our players are young enough. The focus is on angles, breakaway 5-hole. It's weird that goalies have general. I like it. It's just like, yeah, it just in general make you better. That's actually really helpful. Endurance, durability, aggression, speed and agility, rebound control, shot recovery. Honestly, these aren't that bad. But then you have the coach recommendations, which typically do set guys up as like, okay, this is what they should be working on. I think for goalies, we will leave them on general. Okay, there actually is general for skaters as well. You know, I should have presumed that. Let me double check this. So, like, Nick Leddy, who, again, we got completely debated by. He looked so much better, like he was going to be so much better when we acquired him. I gotta be honest, I feel like general's probably the best way to go with most people, right? Like, I'd hate the idea of like, all right, cool, yeah, we increase his shot power, but then nothing else really improves, right? So I gotta be honest, I do just like the idea of general for everybody. There are definitely some players I could see where it's like, well, it makes sense to be a bit more specific. Like we've talked, especially in NHL 11, we talked a lot about players that just they weren't developing in terms of skating or anything like that. I think I got to go this hand in hand here. Where is... Do they still have the player types? See, I think... Did they get rid of the player types? So they have the training, but they got rid of the way to change player type. Shout out to LFC for the 19 months, by the way. And indeed, shout out to David Savard. So they have the training. We're a 77 rated team. We're so bad. But now there's not a way to change player type like there was previously, which is a little bit disappointing. If I'm being honest, it's a little bit disappointing. Because obviously there are some player types that are pretty wonky. Again, it was even back then when this game was first out that I was begging for player types to be decided by the attributes. It's like the attributes dictate what player type you are assigned. They have never done that, though. And probably to piss me off personally, they never will. So, you know, I was watching one of the NHL 11 episodes and it made me realize that the game has gotten so bad that franchise that got me into video games, played hockey my entire life, I won't buy it unless it's fixed. I mean, yeah, Anita, that's where a lot of people kind of are right now. I got to give, that shout out to the Steve Dangle podcast. They were very kind to kind of highlight some of the things that I've put out there yet again. And that was kind of the point that Steve made where it's just, it was Adam that asked him, like, so you playing NHL at all? And he's like, no, I haven't even bought it. I'm just going to play something else instead. And again, that's someone, whether it's someone like Steve Dangle, who is in the top 0.01% of hockey fanatics. I mean, for Christ's sakes, I don't have to explain why. When it comes to someone like me, not playing the more recent game right now, although again, the temptation's still there because fucking practically an addict at this point. It's a goddamn addiction, I swear. When neither one of us are playing the newest version of the game, that probably means there's something wrong with the game. I did not see Pat McAfee's plea as to why people should watch hockey. Good personality, platform some shit people with shit opinions, incorrect opinions, not even just, I disagree with the opinions, factually incorrect opinions So yeah, I don't really give Pat McAfee my my viewing pleasure. In attempt to bring Liverpool back to its former glory, I played the second team and lost to Burnley. Come on, man. Why do you got to do it? Why you got to do me like that? So this is our team heading into our third season here in Columbus. We are quite bad. Quite bad indeed, with a lot of young talents on this roster. But hopefully things will work out for us, or we can keep pulling off other trades. Have I seen the new arcade NFL game called Wild Card? I have heard about it. I have not seen much of it, though. I'm really mad they took out the player types. They always do that. They take it out, they bring it back. They take it back, blah, 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 blah. I hate it here. Yeah, the whole wildcard football thing, I imagine it's probably more fun. Like, again, I can enjoy Madden for what it is, but it's probably more fun than Madden, let's be honest. Yeah, there is no way to edit player types, unfortunately. So, with that, we are about ready to go for the start of another season where hopefully we will be big trash garbage. Got Mason, Mathot, Rick Nash on the block still. Mr. Besser, how are you? It is going well. It is going well. Make a trade to get an average skill play. Just trade for someone who's all right, I guess. Easiest task. Trade for someone who's just kind of okay. Hilarious. Dude, our GM reputation is in the mud. Oh my god. Whew. Our team rep is in the mud. Playing 24 at my draft class on high. There's no good players in league 7 or 8 years in. 75 overall players are asking for $1.5 million. Sounds like my freaking WHA franchise we ran on 23. Where early on you get like 74 overall players asking for $7 million. Which was quite a bit of fun. Playing some BA Pro in 24. Fair. Again, this was a year where I'm like, I think I want to do a BA Pro series for like the first time. Like a legitimate shot at a BA Pro series. And as we are 3-0. What makes you think I want to give up a first round pick? Get out of here. Get out of here. It's probably my trade block is the answer. Steve Mason and Jared Tenorti for Valtteri Filppula. Anyway, 24 BA Pro Series. I want to do it. We'll see if EA lets me. Yeah. All right, Flipper's 29 years old. That's a no. That's a no. I can't believe we started off the season 3-0, but we did play the Canucks twice, so that certainly helps. Certainly. So, finally finished signed up for a custom franchise. David Booth and Sean Bergenheim. The return's going to have to be a little bit better than that for Rick frickin' Nash, man. Come on. It's Rick Nash. You think I'm going to let myself get fleeced for Rick Nash? Ridiculous. Ridiculous. We'll just go best lines. Fuck it. It's fine. Same Canucks that are mathematically 8 times better than the Stanley Cup favorites. Yes. The very same. Dude, how is this team 7-2? LFC standard rosters. I didn't make anybody. I didn't edit anything. Rick Nash, Jordan Caron, and Adam Pellick for Matthias Tedenby and Derek Jocelyn. No. Dude, people are trying to fleece us for Rick Nash. This is crazy. Like, I'm willing to trade him if the right deal comes across, but oh my god. No. I refuse. Apparently it's going to be a good year for rookies, which is always nice. I don't think we have too many real players left, if any, in the draft. We'll see. Keep going best lines. 7 goals for Evgeny Dodonov. Michael Chaput gets injured. Fair enough. But it's funny because obviously, we showed off the whole NHL 13 Steel case, and this will be up next. I don't know if we'll be switching to it anytime soon, but that will be up next. Isn't this the Win Rick Nash a Cup run? It is, but again, if I get the right offer, if they're just like, Edmonton's like, we'll give you Taylor Hall and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins in the same trade. I'll probably have to say yes. But I am at least intrigued to see if there is an offer like that that will kind of force our hand. As we have regressed back down. We're now at 8-1. Would be funny if GM reps, if GM rep makes the computer think they can pull Milbury trades. Dude, what a brutal week. Oh my God, we got outscored 19-1. Jesus. Oh my God. Honestly, I mean, the GM rep could probably affect the trade offers that we get. So, NHL 13 with the pre-order gave you a blunt object weapon. Dude, there were some wild pre-orders in the 360 PS3 days. All I'll say is feel free to look up the Dead Island preview bonus. Spoiler alert, it was a torso. A busty torso. There were some fucking wild times, man, in terms of pre-orders where freaking companies were going nuts just because it's like we have to get people to pre-order the game at GameStop, and like it was nuts. So, as if Kenny Dodonov gets hurt. Versteeg and Jordan Caron for Matt Gilroy. So Lee Versteeg's a 19-year-old that we just drafted. B, and a B-. That's not too bad. 19-year-old Norwegian. And Jordan Caron, who is 23, a 76. B- is across the board. So a solid player and a promising defensive prospect for a 29-year-old in Matt Gilroy. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Channel your inner Jimmer saying go on a drunken Twitter rant burying Rick Nash. I could never. I love me some Rick Nash. I need to, as much as I love my Johansson jersey, I need to try to get a Rick Nash jersey in the same style. I need to try. So, Nash and Caron for Versteeg and Bergenheim. Yeah, we're just getting the same offers that I'm just not going to take. There needs to be greater incentive for me to, for me to consider that deal, as we talked about. Oscar Mahler's hurt. Dude, these guys are just getting hurt left and right. Oh, my God. At least Rick Nash is the leading scorer. Not a great sign that Chris Russell is our leading assist man. I'm not going to want Bruno Gervais either. See, this is what I was a little bit worried about. With the trade values in this game is I don't know if it's going to be as easy to kind of fleece the AI as it was in 11. Did I see the Bukestad fake? I did. I caught the third period and the shootout of the Devils Coyotes. Good on the Coyotes, man. Hopefully this is the year. Like Logan Cooley looked good, but people gave Clayton Keller proper due respect last season. Hopefully this is the year where people give fucking Nick Schmaltz the respect he deserves. He is my vote for the most underrated player and underappreciated player in the NHL. Nick Schmaltz is fucking damn good. And he plays in Arizona, so people don't pay attention. But he is very, very, very good. Teddy Purcell, Carl Gunnarsson. No. I need to change the block here. Isn't Jason Demers about the same age or older? He's a year younger. We'll keep the youth that we have. Yeah, let's go change up the block. MK, what's going on? Where do you have the Yotes in the preseason? I mean, I thought they could do better than they did last year. I don't know if I'm going as far as like, yeah, they're a playoff team, like some people have said. But certainly last season was the time where it's like, hey, they're going to be terrible. And then they weren't. You know, they were a tough team to beat for a lot of teams, even though they were outside the playoffs. Do I really need offense more than defense? Oh, I didn't notice that. Draft picks are put to no interest at all. Yikes. I have no interest in veterans. Nighthawk that we are. Wait a minute. Can I not put that to all draft picks? I might be losing my mind. I might be. Let me make sure that that's saving properly. Guess about next Fox Series Ivory. Congrats. Welcome to the future. Welcome to the future. Only 2 games on a Friday night. Great scheduling, NHL. Let's be honest. The NHL doesn't do themselves too many favors too often, you know? A first-round pick swap, a third and Jordan Caron, basically for, I believe that was Harry Clymer. It is. 19 years old, 72 overall. He's not that much better than Jordan Caron. It's not worth a third-round pick. I don't want Valtteri Filppula. I don't. Leave me alone. I do not want Valtteri Filppula. Leave me alone. God damn. But yeah, anyway, shout out to Nick Schmaltz. Shout out to Nick Schmaltz. Put some respect on the man's name. Because again, he is very, very, very good. And Chicago very, very, very much did not win the trade in sending him to Arizona. Let's go best lines. Tom Wilson, I took about 59 minutes into his new contract to do something scummy. I did see the end of that game, too. I mean, hey. That's leadership right there, though. You know? We got to look at this one. You know, you're losing 4-0, just punch someone in the face. 24-year-old Evgeny Dadonov, a.k.a. Dadonov. He's not going to get too much better, but he's okay. And Dustin Tokarski, along with a 4th and a 5th. And Tokarski won't get that much better either. But 21-year-old Nino Niederreiter on the other side. Oh, baby. A- offensive potential. He's not going to be that great of a skater moving forward. But he's not terrible. And then Kevin Poulin at 23 years old. Yeah, I got to take this. Poulin's an upgrade on Tokarski. Niederreiter not that far away from being an upgrade on Evgeny Dadonov. So, yo, Tugi. I don't know how to say that name, but hi. How are you? Dadonov, Tokarski, and 2 draft picks in 2014 for Nino Niederreiter and Kevin Poulin. I never joined because it's late for me when you stream. I've heard that a million times, and I will apologize every time. Just say, Raj, you got it. You got it. Whew, Mason and Poulin, though. That is pretty good defense. Or goaltending. 2. Speaking of defense, 4, 5, 6, 7. With Vatanen hurt, but that's fine. I gotta go to bed now. Well, hi and good night. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, we do need a 13th. Bye and have a nice stream. Thank you. And good night. Yeah, we got to get Nino Niederreiter on this team. That is the way. So welcome in Nino. He immediately goes to the top line with Brassard and Rick Nash. That's a damn good spot for him, too. Now, I'm wondering about, again, I wish the frickin' player type editing was still in, but they took it out and then bring it back and then take it out again. I am wondering, is Mark Dekanich? No, we don't need him. I am wondering, is it worth, in terms of the training, he's not going to get that much better skating-wise, right? But he is going to get better offensively. So the big question there is, do you just put the training on offense to make him even better in that regard? Or do you put it in skating to try and push the skating up a little bit more than what it's going to naturally become? Again, if his offense is going to get better anyway, because he's still got good potential in that category. Because it's either right now we train up his shooting because he's a sniper and has the good offensive potential, or how nice was this? We actually have some input on how a player develops. Imagine. Do we put it into the skating to make it a little bit more competent? Again, he's not a terrible skater, but he's also not amazing. Honestly, I think I'm going to go with the offense. Offense, shooting, just get that shot power up there. There's the playmaking, the stick skills, athletics. Can get the skating up there. Let me look at Andre Palat. So Palat, in general, can get better at whatever. He is a playmaker, but he does need to improve in everything. So I think someone like Palat could be kept. What's the difference if he's a subpar skater? It can be a pretty big difference. and what I've seen from the sim engines, it can be a pretty big difference if someone's a bad skater. Again, if Palat has the Bs across the board, you could argue keep him at general. Or you could say, well, he's a playmaker, so make him better at playmaking, especially because you couldn't change player types. You know what? I'm going to spec these guys into what they should be. Saad's a two-way. Athleticism is his best deal. Let's just make him a rapid skater. Why not? Let's try it. I'm willing to experiment around with it. I haven't had to mess with this system in a long time. Brad Ross is fine across the board. He's a two-way, so general is perfect for him. Center, Oscar Mahler is a two-way. The offense is his best touch, though. Let's get that shooting up there for Oscar Mahler. Andrei Loktionov. He's a playmaker, but he's good across the board. Let's make him better as a playmaker. Maybe. Yeah, you know what? Let's make Loktionov better as a playmaker. Ryan Johansson. Obviously set him up as a playmaker, too. I would say the sim engine probably works better than the modern one. I mean, Jesus, especially when the modern one's like, hey, Connor McDavid, 80 points. So, Michael Chaput. Just make the skating better. I don't think he's really going to make it, but Derek Brassard. Just keep him on general. Although you know what, he's a playmaker, so screw it. Just keep making the playmaking even better. Since it's a C, though, across the board, you could argue just keep him well-rounded. He's 26 years old. He's already a pretty good playmaker. Let's just make him well-rounded. That's fine. Max Reinhart is a two-way. Defensive abilities are his best category. He's not a great skater, but let's spec into defense. We'll definitely go positioning. Although checking is checking balance and aggression. Yeah, defense it is. For the right wings, Maxim Mayorov. Is well-rounded, but we'll try to make him a better playmaker. It's his player type. Rick Nash isn't going to get that much better at this stage. We'll go general for Rick. Jordan Caron. As a power forward, he's well-rounded across the board. We need that shooting to be better for Caron. Defensively, David Rundblad is not going to improve defensively. We need to get his skating up, or he's not going to make it at this level. Sami Vatanen. Same thing. Focus on that skating. Nick Leddy. It's going to have to be the same thing. Just focus on the skating. Chris Russell can stay at general. Even though he's an OFD, we'll keep him as a general option. OFD David Savard, which again, LOL. It's so stupid because, I mean, I want to improve his defense, and I can. But he's an OFD. So it's kind of okay if he has bad defense based on the way he'll play. See if we can improve his shooting. Mark Mathotz. Try to get you to hold back the hands of time and improve that defense a bit. Schultz can stay in general. It does end up changing these on its own as well. Yeah, see, it changed the AHL too. That's why I wanted to confirm, But that is why I typically do not mess with these and didn't mess with these back in the day. As you saw at the beginning of the season, I put everyone on general. It will eventually change them. So for that reason, I'm not going to do that again. But it is at least nice knowing what players are like, oh, okay. Like David Rundblad, he doesn't improve that skating. We're probably not keeping him for too long. For the love of God, I do not want Valtteri Filppula. Leave me alone. I do not want Valtteri Filppula. Stop asking. God. Darren Helm and Jakob Kindl. How old's Darren Helm at this point? 26. So was Kindl. So was Chris Russell. Helm's an 81. Pretty much is what he is. And then Jakob Kindl is also an 81 and is what he is. It would get rid of a shitload of salary. Like Russell's an 83. Mark Mathot was what, a 79, I think? Oh, Mark Mathot was also an 81. But man, that clears out so much salary. I think I have to take it. I think I do. Lance, thank you for the 34 months on the primer. How are you tonight? Thank you for supporting my face. I am going to send Chris Russell and Mark Mathot to Detroit for Darren Helm and Jakob Kindl. It's two solid players. We get rid of the Mathot's contracts. Let's go ahead and do that. That works for me. Have I traded Carter? We did trade Jeff Carter. Yeah. I forget to where. 4, 5, 6. John Moore can get the call up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We can send somebody down. Might as well be, let's go for Michael Chaput. You mean you're not? Yeah, I pulled off a trade with them, but shockingly, it was not for Valtteri Filppula. Of all the trades I could have made with Detroit, it wasn't the one that everyone expected. I am not giving up a first-round pick for Chris Butler. Jesus. How dumb do you think I am? Screw it. Yeah, it keeps changing the draft picks anyway. I am not willing to trade my first-round pick. I want all draft picks. Please stop changing that for me, game. Please and thank you. Let's put that down. Okay. So we got Nash and Mason. Is there another obvious shout? Derek Brassard, I mean, he's 26, but we could move on from him. We could move on from Darren Helm. Mayorhoff and Mahler aren't that old. I mean, again, for the most part, we're just trying to field offers. We have such a young organization. It's got to be Schultz. It's got to be Jeff Schultz. Try to get rid of him. All right, let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. I want to get to the deadline. To the deadline, to the deadline. A third-round pick in Mark Scheifele for Ryan O'Byrne in a fourth. O'Byrne is 29 years old. No, thank you. No, thank you. I will pass. Oh, don't tease me with a good time. I love me some Nathan Gerbe. It's a second-round pick in that solid prospect Lever Stieg for Travis Gibbons, who's pretty much a non-factor, but 26-year-old Nathan Gerbe. 83 overall. He pretty much is what he is. It's just, I love me some Nathan Gerbe, but it's not the right trade for us right now. It's not. The pick and the prospect are more valuable to us. Even though we're hanging around 500 still, which is crazy. That's still just not the right deal for us. Steve Mason's on pace to play 82 games again because I just don't auto-rotate. Okay, I get it. Chris Butler's the GOAT defenseman. I'm not trading for him. Stop it. Stop it. How good's Josh Bailey at this point? Hey, Kip, what's going on? Can't do it. First in a prospect, it needs to be someone a bit more promising than Josh Bailey, who immediately gets hurt after we declined the trade. So, if not hurt the day before. So they tried to fleece us. Didn't happen. Did not happen. I would like to stop at the All-Star game. I would not like to play the All-Star game, but I would like to check the GM tracker. We still don't have enough points to upgrade Amateur Scout. Let's spend the minor bit of points to upgrade the Pro Scout. And then I'm gonna focus on the assistant coach there. Let's make the training a little bit better. Let's make the training just a little bit better. I'd love to get our Amateur Scout up to top-notch level. I don't need Anton Strawman back. We literally let him go as a free agent. Still in the minus rep, we will be for a long time. A long time. Dude, Sammy Vatanen cannot stay healthy. My God. He's having a bad day. Take a 5-hour drive today just to watch my team's road game. Sheesh. Better you than me. Mason, Karan, and Padan. How old was Chris Versteeg at this point? 27? Can't do it. What's Vatanen's durability at? No. That's his durability. Just no. All right. How the hell are we an even amount of regulation and overtime wins and losses, I was going to say. It's kind of crazy to me. I like David Jones. He was a hut lord in this era, but he's not the guy for us right now either. So that is a shame. Got old Brian Bickle out injured. It's literally Rick Nash, Steve Mason, and their band of merry men. Apparently Patrick Maroon was on waivers, but he never got to us. Jordan Caron got hurt. Like, am I the only one noticing the trade values? They are actively lowballing me on deals. I mean, it is a dude named Tyrone Sock, which is amazing. But they are actively, probably because of my GM rep, trying to consistently fleece me. If I were to actually want to trade for veterans, it would work out pretty well with the offers we've been getting. Jordan Caron in a 7th. For Matt Taramina. Oh my God. Why? Stop. Leave me alone. I refuse to accept any of these deals. Even Corey Crawford for Steve Mason. Why would I give up a first there? It's Jonathan Erickson. Oh, trade late picks for later picks. Stop your GM rep. Did they screw up my trade block again? Why does it keep switching my draft pick interest to no interest? Why does it keep doing that? Do I have too many picks? It keeps doing that. What the fuck? It wasn't doing that in other seasons. Well, we'll have to make sure if it switches again that I have it changed for the deadline. But that is really weird. And I don't like it. Why would I swap with Vancouver? I played them a few games ago and they have a winning record. There shouldn't be an auto option that's on. I mean, maybe there is and I've missed it the whole time, but I'm pretty sure there's not. I don't want to help you. God. Darren Helma first. Stop. I just need to, like, empty the trade block before the... Well, thank God the deadline's coming up this week. This has been torturous. It's like, do I have too many firsts as it is? Is that what's going on? I'm so confused. Ooh. We got to look at that at least. Folius, what's going on? I am doing Very, very good. How are you? Darren Helm, Lee Versteeg, and Adam Pelech. Again, isn't bad. For Ryan O'Reilly and David Jones. Okay, O'Reilly's not going to get much better as an offensive player or as a skater, but his defense is going to continue to improve, and he's 23 years old. I mean, we do sacrifice Versteeg and Pelech. We get David Jones, who still has some decent value to hopefully be able to flip. I think we got to do it. Again, Versteeg and Pelech aren't bad, but I do have other defensive prospects right now. Versteeg is one of the more valuable ones, but, you know, Pelech is just in this log jam of talent. Helm, Versteeg, and Pelech to Colorado for Ryan O'Reilly and indeed a currently injured David Jones, but he does have 1 year left on his deal after this. Ryan O'Reilly, welcome to Columbus. Let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then forwards can be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13 with Palat. This will allow us to send down Palat. Best lines now. Ryan O'Reilly is our 2C, which is pretty nice. So, WC found a way to break NHL 24 even more by lowering a team to all 0 overalls and trying to play them in play now. I feel like that's too much effort. You know? Oh, God, it's a first round pick. I can't do it. I can't give up a first. Not our own first, at least. All right, let's go best lines. Now we'll set up the trade block. Again, it's switched this to no interest, which I hate. I have interest in all picks. I'm willing to move any pick but a first. Right? Right. So leave me alone. All right, leave me here. You know what? Team surplus is athleticism. Give me defense. Just quit giving me the same offers, please. Taylor Chorney for a second-round pick. And Jordan Caron. Chorney was very, very good for us in Edmonton on NHL 11, but he's not good enough here. I will double-check the settings after the season, but I swear there shouldn't be that setting on. We do still only have one phone. Dallas calls. John Moore and Maxim Mayorov for 2 veterans. No. We might have to try to find our own deals here if we can. If we can. Kindle, Schultz, these are guys that can go. If we can find the right deal. Who's looking for defense? You know, his top category is actually athleticism. Go figure. Boston's got some valuable people. Bro, Brad Marchand. What's that Kindle trade value at? Also, noted center, Brad Marchand. Fuck's sake. We'll hold off for that reason. Buffalo. There's Gerby again. Chicago. You're interested in defense. Who the hell's this guy? Craig Daninik. Boy, EA like this guy, huh? Shit. Sir, I don't know. I mean, people wanted me to get him in NHL 11. Kyle Beach, a second and a third for Jakob Kindle. Apparently it was too much. We'll circle back. Edmonton's calling. What is up with these freaking trade offers, man? All right, what about Kyle Beach in a second for Jakob Kindl? Oh, do you think he's integral to your future? I'm glad you feel that way. Since when? Nick Bonino for Kurt Sauer goes down. Ottawa. It's giving me, I swear to God, unless I'm blind, which I could be, they are giving me offers that do not line up with how I'm setting up my trade block at all. I don't know what the hell's going on. But very few of these offers are actually lining up with the block that we set up. Ooh, Igor Fedorov. This guy went 12th overall. Can I land him straight up? Kindle for Fedorov? Nobody wants to trade their prospects. Good to know. Ryan O'Mara for Danny Sabrin in a 7th. Kyle Clifford and Trevor Lewis for a 2nd. Okay. Vancouver's calling. Not doing it. I don't know what's going on with these trade offers this season because it wasn't acting this weird for prior seasons, but here we are. Edmonton. Jakob Kindl for Ryan Nugent-Hopkins in a 3rd. Well, this is going to be a pretty boring deadline from what I'm seeing. Help me, Ottawa. You're my only hope. Never mind. I don't know what the hell's going on tonight, but this is less than ideal, huh? Nobody wants to trade their prospects. Good to know. New Jersey. I don't really have anybody that I want. The Islanders. Calvin DeHaan, Kirill Kabanov. How good is Calvin DeHaan at this point? Not good enough, unfortunately. Rangers. No one really that lines up for what we'd be looking for age-wise. Philadelphia, what's 12 times 2? Carry the 4. What's that? I have to check my phone and totally not bring up the calculator. 24. It's 24. I feel pretty confident. Pretty confident. It's an over-engineered game that underachieved. Yeah, 24. Jakob Kindl for Sean Couturier and a 3rd. Yeah, all right. Well, we're at least able to trade Jakob Kindl. We send him to Philadelphia for Sean Couturier and a 3rd-round pick in what was a very, very disappointing trade deadline for us. My goodness. But it's the joys of having one cellular device to work with. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That still works. We will be able to send down Brad Ross for Sean Couturier. So now our center depth, in theory, left wing Sean Couturier. In theory, our center depth is Couturier, Brassard, and Ryan O'Reilly. If I play people where they're actually known for playing. But I am going to go best lines for the rest of the season. If we ever make the playoffs, we'll set it up proper. But welcome in Sean Couturier as the only real move I could make this deadline, can I please... I don't need Dan Ellis. Can I please, for the love of God, can I please see what the hell was causing that issue? Trade offer notifications. It's because my frickin' Pro Scout sucks? Like, what's the deal? That's the real question. Ooh, you know we got to put the attribute effect slider all the way up. That's a must. Got to get that strategy adjustment up. Yeah, no, there's no setting. There's no setting that would have caused that. So I don't know what to make of that. Just a weird deadline, man.